Hey y'all, I'm Dani, and this is Heard. I'm sorry, golly. Can you test the mic, JRob? Gosh, I'm sorry, I'm late for my session.
It might not be working. It's been 40 minutes. It's been on for 40 minutes. I don't know.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. God. Hi guys, welcome back to Heard the Podcast. You hear JRob's mad at my tardiness.
Not mad.
Thank you guys again for returning. I'm your host, Dani, and this is JRob in the back.
What's good?
You can find Heard the Podcast on all podcast streaming platforms. We are also available on YouTube, HER_D the podcast. Make sure you guys, make sure you guys go like, comment, subscribe. Sorry, I ran up the steps, then I ran to the bathroom, then I ran in here. It's a lot. And then we're on TikTok, Heard Pod, HERDPOD on TikTok. Yeah, we're everywhere. So tap in. Whew.
For sure.
Anywho, child, it's a lot. The Beltway was jammed up. Well, I left off schedule. I left my house late. That was my fault. And then on top of that, like, because I set myself, like, I map my times out. I either follow it or I don't follow it. And I always map it out where I leave at a good time, and I'll leave at a time where it could be traffic, but I will still make it here on time. Like I have a set time that I need to leave the house, so I won't be late here, and I fucked up on that time leaving today. So, yes, accountability. I went back to the gym. I started going back to the gym.
When?
I think it was this past Thursday I went to the gym. Okay. Yeah, I went to the gym this past Thursday, and every time I stop going to the gym for a long period of time, and I go back, man, that day or two after, the muscles, man.
Yeah, you gotta readjust.
So, I'm going back to the gym tomorrow morning, and I think my goal this week, because I wanted it to be a thing where I go to the gym like at least 3-4 times a week, but I feel like I'm getting back into the gym, and I want to just start heavy first and then maybe dial it back, but still do it, but still be consistent. Because when I want to do something, but I want to do something, but I take it too easy on myself when it comes to like planning out the actual action, I end up just not going in it at all. So I need to start strong, and then like maybe I can start strong and then create a routine where it gives me like a little bit more spacing of like chilling or whatever. Okay. But I think my goal for this week coming up is that I do want to go to the gym every day this week. So I'm going to try to do that, even though I believe my my cycle is going to start probably the end of next week. But I'm still going to try to like get my mind set on still getting into the gym even on my cycle, because like ladies, that first day or two, that first 2 days of the cycle when they start up, you want to die. Like it's like your freaking uterus is doing backflips. It's a lot. Like that first like day or two, it was. Sometimes I do have periods where like I'll come when it's cool, like it's whatever, like it's cool. Like my last couple periods, like I didn't have cramps before. Like usually I'll have cramps. This is TMI, JRob, but whatever, we're grown. But I'll have
normal.
So when I so before I come my periods, usually before I come my period, I'll start cramping a couple days before, then it'll come. Or or something on me will really hurt real bad. If it's like my chest will hurt real bad for the week before, or like my back will hurt. Something on me will hurt, like PMS or whatever. But there were times where like I didn't have any cramps, no nothing. I just knew on schedule when it was coming, and then I just cruised right through it. But some are bad, some are good. So I'm gonna try to still get my mind right and try to push through whether this one coming up is bad or not. So I'm gonna try to do that.
You got it.
And yeah, so yes, but I do want to say that I just received the highest views on one of my TikTok clips, and it reached 30K. 30K is the highest view I ever had on TikTok on a video clip. Okay, that clap is something. Yeah. So I reached 30K views on one of my clips. That's the highest I've ever had a TikTok clip be viewed. So that's, I'm doing another hand clap.
Yeah.
We celebrate all wins, big or small. So I love that for myself. I finally reached 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I reached like a all-time high of view count on one of my TikTok videos, 30K. So yeah, I just we're gonna keep on keeping on. I do love the groove of this show this year though. I do love the groove of the show. This is the first year that I started filming in this room, or no?
Yeah.
I think it was, right?
Yeah.
Or like maybe I started like maybe late last year. I don't know. But yeah, we started filming in this room. And I love like the new vibe of this room, like versus like the beginning stages where we would be in the studio room. I love this vibe. I don't know, like do you get like a new vibe when you come in here and record?
Oh yeah, always.
Like what vibe do you get from like recording in here?
Just new
like
space.
New space, it's new. I feel a little bit more seasoned. I'll say that too. Like even though I do think that I am a natural when it comes to like when the mic turns on, but I feel more seasoned. You know what I mean? I feel more comfortable. I feel more seasoned. Like I feel it's cool.
Right.
And also, so I, of course, like I reward myself every week with going to the dispensary, and I did not even end up going to the freaking Eddie pop-up last week because I couldn't do it. I was too busy. Like my job, like this is one of the busiest seasons. Like I've been doing overtime like crazy. So it's been really busy at my job, but I still like at like maybe every Friday, whatever, I go make a dispensary run and treat myself every week. I did get I bought an ashtray for my car. I never had an ashtray for my car. I don't know if that sounds trifling or not, but I never had an ashtray for my car because when I'm driving I always like outside the window, you know what I'm saying? But like I need to be more poised as a smoker. I need to be more responsible. I need to be more mature. So I bought a freaking ashtray for my car, and it's really nice. Yeah, like period. Like I'm organized. Like I'm being an adult.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm organizing my recreational activities.
Stepping up.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say that. Anywho, but yeah, anything you want to discuss real quick before we get into the topics? Because we're gonna run through these bad boys and we're gonna get on up out of here because I was late.
I'm good.
All right. So let's go. Another hand clap. So now, guys, of course, our regular scheduled program on Heard the Podcast, we go into the pop culture topics. We call this Heard on the Curb. Heard on the Curb. All right, guys. So JRob, did you hear about Jhene, Aiko, and Big Sean breaking up?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Isn't that crazy? Because like they've been together for like 10 plus years. They just had a baby boy, I believe 3 years ago. So he's 3. Yeah, it was really sad to hear that. Of course, with this announcement, things popped up of like past situations or whatever. They talked about Big Sean mentioning to Charlamagne in one of his interviews, he's not ready to get married, or he's not marrying Jhene or whatever yet, or whatever. And they talked about his past relationships with like Ariana Grande and the fact that he was engaged to Naya Rivera and all these things. So let's talk about that just for a bit. I don't really have too much to say about that, but I will say when he did do that sit down interview with Charlamagne, I think it was either last year or the year before last. It wasn't that long ago, because I think it was for like one of his recent projects that came, one of his last projects that came out, solo, one of his last solo projects. Because did he do like a joint album with somebody recently or no? Am I tripping? Who did Larry June do an album with? Was that 2 Chainz?
Alchemist.
2 Chainz on that
2 Chainz, yeah.
And Alchemist. 2 Chainz, yeah, okay, my bad. Yeah. So okay.
All of them, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So this was when a couple years ago when Big Sean dropped it like a solo project. He was doing a sit down with Charlamagne, and let's actually go and play a little clippity clip of that.
Listen, I'm just a messenger. Don't shoot.
What's stopping y'all from getting married? Y'all already did one of those secret industry weddings.
No. There has not been a secret industry marriage. I think that it's a little personal, you know what I mean? But just like, to be real with you, just like any people who have dealt with love, we've had our ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's still finding the right navigation through it all. I don't know if to me marriage symbolizes like the best relationship. People be like, oh, you got to get married. To me, I feel like having a relationship is first and foremost, and like marriage is a byproduct of that. And I feel like a lot of people get the idea of like, oh, you have to get married, but then it's like to me, that's almost a fear-based way of thinking too, because then people be getting divorced. Mm-hmm. The divorce rate's so fucking high, and I am someone who, I'm not like discounting anything, and I'm not saying that we aren't gonna get married. But what I'm saying is that it's just, I would like to do a lot. I would like to, and I don't like putting our personal business out there like that either. But there's a lot of work that needs to be done, I feel like, in general.
What's stopping y'all?
Okay, so that was a part of the clip in his Charlemagne interview from a year or two ago, discussing him not being married to Jhene Aiko, or not wanting to get married at the moment, and all that other stuff. And I remember in that interview, at some point he said that, Jhene, she plays a big role in my life. She's my partner, she's my child's mother, she's my group member, she's my peer, she's this, she's that. But then also proceeded to talk about how they still need to work on things, and marriage is not in the cards for them at the moment, or whatever, all that stuff, which was weird, because it's like, how could she be so instrumental in your life, but you're still not desiring marriage from her? That's what a lot of the surface level outlook was when he first discussed this. And I'm not gonna lie, I felt a little bit of the same way as well. But let's bring it back to him being engaged to Naya Rivera. So he was engaged to Naya Rivera, and then the very next year he called off the engagement. So I will give him credit on, he was engaged at one point, and then he called it off. Right. So he moves forward. He becomes, when you have a mistake or something happens in your life that you learn from, he's moving forward differently. So I do believe his outlook on marriage in this conversation was super valid, because he was trying to do that at one point, and then he learned a lesson from that situation that he didn't want to bring it to his current situation. Right. But then also, I feel like a lot of times with relationships, when they talk like this, on the other end, when they talk like this, like he was saying, she's this and that, but we're not, we still have things we need to work on and all this other stuff. My whole thing is, I feel like there's a certain way to be hopeful in a response like that. Like, instead of you saying what you said, if I'm thinking someone that's looking forward to marriage, they would still say that, but in a different way, of more like, oh, she's the mother of my child, she's this and that, we're at a good place right now, and I do see it in our future, something like that. It's right. He didn't give a hopeful response. He gave a realistic response. But then, and I say that because it's realistic, and I think this with a lot of people in relationships, when they talk like that, with how he responded in that interview, it just feels like, yeah, I love my partner, but I don't really see a future, or I'm not really certain about a future. Right. But I'm just not ready to leave yet.
That sounds about right.
That's what I feel when they talk like that. Right. I'm not ready to leave. I want to leave. No, I don't really. I'm not really. The future's uncertain. Right. But right now, I'm maybe I want to leave. Maybe I don't. I don't know. But either way, I'm not ready yet. And I feel like right now they were just ready to part ways. You know what I mean? Especially when you just had a fresh child, a 3-year-old child. That's just recent. That's a baby still. Mm-hmm. So I guess that adds a little bit more mileage onto a situation that's inevitably going to end anyway. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's how I feel about that. They were going back and forth. They were trying to bring up little shady facts about Jhene Aiko, and how the whole thing with her and Big Sean started, talking about her ex-husband and all that other stuff, and trying to be shady with her. Big Sean had to come out and be like, this energy is weird. I don't like that. You can talk about me, but don't talk about her. That's weird. Right. Jhene came out and gave a little bit more clarity about her prior marriage or whatever, and there was a whole big thing with that. But yeah, Big Sean has been in a few public relationships. He was with Naya Rivera, he was with Ariana Grande, Jhene Aiko, yeah, and Jhene Aiko, yeah, we know she has a child with Omarion's brother. She was with Big Sean, and she was she eloped with a music producer, I guess, or whatever. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so that's my opinion on that. Yeah, I don't really think that marriage, like I said before in the show, I don't really think that marriage validates anything. And I feel like when it comes to marriage in general, just being a marriage under a court of law, I feel like love is a fraction of that. Marriage is a contract, a business contract. We have to all remember that marriage is a business contract.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So I don't if you're not ready to get married, and you're I respect people being honest about it, for sure. Mm-hmm. So I try like nowadays I try to look deeper into the meeting and actually listen to what someone says instead of me trying to be reactive, because it's more fun to be reactive online and say all these little shady things and whatever. But like when we really think about it, like he was engaged to someone and he ended it just a year afterwards, and then now he's not trying to jump into something else again. Like he's not, whatever. So those are my thoughts on Jhene Aiko and Big Sean. All right. So let's get into so JRob. I can say that I think I officially withdrew, or am on the track of withdrawing my support for Sydney Sweeney. It's giving racist. It's giving white supremacist. It's giving It's giving it. It's giving that.
That's where you at?
It's giving that. Yeah. It's giving that. So Sydney Sweeney was a part of a special feature with GQ. I think it was like one of those various like shared covers. She was on the cover of it. I think who else was on it? Let me go on GQ's Instagram, because I think Tiana Taylor had a cover too. Maybe I'm lying. Hold on, let me just see this real quick. Hold on. S Club. Okay.
Oh my God.
What do you mean? Oh my God. You don't fuck with S Club? S Club 7? You are uncultured. Oh yeah. So Sydney Sweeney had a cover story with GQ. SZA had a cover story with GQ. Who else? Let me see it. Who else had a cover story? It says it's the Men of the Year issue, the 30th Men of the Year issue or whatever. So Sydney Sweeney has a cover story. Stephen Colbert, Seth Rogen, SZA, Oscar Isaac, Clips, and Hailey Bieber. Mm-hmm. So right now they're on the SZA rollout at the moment, but before SZA it was Sydney Sweeney's rollout. So anywho, so she sat with an interviewer for GQ. Mm-hmm. Let me see. I didn't even look at the woman's name. I kind of want to call this woman out, even though I don't know this lady and I'm not even sure of her true intentions. I know that, she's asking the questions that we all want to know with this girl, Sydney Sweeney. But let me see something. Who was the interviewer? It's Catherine Stoffel, a features director for GQ. Catherine Stoffel. Catherine Stoffel. I'm sorry if I'm saying this lady's name wrong. Yeah, so she interviewed Sydney Sweeney. Of course, she asked her question. Of course, the headlines that are surrounding Sydney Sweeney recently. If you guys were under a rock, there was a whole controversy with Sydney Sweeney and the American Eagle gene ad, where she talks about how she has good genes and her good genes are passed down from generations and generations and generations. And people, rightfully so, called out the weird undertone of the ad, that they feel like that was displayed. Just whiteness being the standard, whiteness being the genes, whiteness being the model gene, whiteness being the genes that matters, so of course, the American Eagle came out with a statement. Sydney Sweeney kept quiet or whatever, and I was like, okay, let her keep quiet because she has other things going on. She's promoting a movie. She's doing I wouldn't even mad at her being quiet. I'm like, the American Eagle came out with their BS statement. Fine, cool. Her being quiet, cool, fine, whatever. But I was thinking maybe in the future when she did do an interview, she would discuss it. But the interview came up. Basically, Sydney Sweeney doesn't give a fuck about how we feel about the genes, and she says it in the interview basically. But we're gonna play part of it.
The criticism of the content, which was basically that maybe specifically in this political climate, like white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
And that was what she had to say about. I don't give a fuck. Like, you feel how you feel. That's what I live by. That's what I come from. That's my bloodline. We are the superior. Basically, is what she's saying. Because her family's MAGA. Her family's MAGA, very loud and proud MAGA. And people were just, I was in denial. I was like, this is like, she's not her parents. Like, this doesn't mean anything. She was literally on Euphoria, like one of the most like diverse TV shows on premium cable at the moment. Like, you have a black leading actress, you have a trans supporting actress. You being this sexually liberated girl, always showing her titties. You have a Latino BFF. You effing somebody else's man. You're doing this, doing that. You always showing your boobies on the red carpet. You just showed your boobs the other day with your Marilyn Monroe cut. Like, you did. You're very like free and whatever. So she's like. The interview was like trying to give her an alley-oop, like, hey, denounce this, like, you look like a white supremacist, denounce this, and like, we already know that your family's MAGA, like, denounce this. She's like, no, if I have an issue with something, I'll let you know. She don't give a fuck. Right? So there's that. And then here is another clip. Let me see, what was this clip for? Let me see something. Oh yeah, so then of course during the American Eagle Jhene ad, amongst that whole situation, Donald Trump had came out in support, saying like, just supporting the Jhene ad, because that's just what that is. Right. He stands for that. Fact. He stands for that, and she stands for that, and her family stands for that. And I'm sure after this interview went viral, her grandmammy or her peepaw, they all was like, yeah, stick it to them, yeah. MAGA country, yeah.
Hey yo.
So here it is when the interviewer asked her how she felt about Donald Trump supporting the Jhene ad. Here it is. Hold on.
We're sort of talking around this American Eagle ad right now, and maybe we should just talk about it. So, were you surprised by the reaction?
I did a Jhene ad. I mean, the reaction definitely was a surprise, but it was, I love jeans. All I wear are jeans. I'm literally in jeans and a t-shirt like every day of my life.
Jeans are uncontroversial. Jeans are awesome.
Yeah, I like your jeans.
You look great in your jeans. I think I know how you're going to answer this, but I'm going to ask anyway. I mean, the president tweeted about the jeans ad, or Truth Socialed about the jeans ad, and that just seems to me like a very crazy moment for anyone, and I wondered what that was like.
It was surreal.
Mm-hmm.
Not denouncing it some more. She's all for it. Listen, Sydney Sweeney has secret Trump meetings. Okay, you cannot tell me otherwise. Okay, her grandpappy and her grandma and her mama and her dad, they are so proud of her right now for standing up for white supremacy. Oh my God,
that's funny.
Okay. This is the thing. She was on like camera, like, just because she does this thing where she's not really giving a real answer, but she's really answering it. And then another thing too, when you watch this interview, this is what a lot of I'll say white women, they do when they're not accountable. They play dumb, and like she's like, oh, I like jeans. I like jeans. I like jeans. Yeah, like they do that whole like fake clueless thing, and like, right. Girl, listen, you tell me, like, girl, I'm so glad that you telling me about yourself. I'm so happy that you're doing this. That's crazy. I really enjoyed the I really enjoyed the different online takes of this. Of course, there's some Republican pages that like are supporting it. They're clapping for Sydney Sweeney not backing down. They're even seeing it. So this is evident. We see what you're doing. So the Republicans that are supporting her, they're like, they're clapping, saying like, oh, she didn't back down, and all these. It's on Twitter. It's on Twitter. Like,
that's crazy. There
is a Twitter page I follow that gave a good outlook on what just happened. His name is Tarek Ali Ellis. I think he's like a popular content creator. Sorry if I butchered his name. But he said this on Twitter. Very well media training / clever diction from a PR standpoint. Traditionally keeps you safe across markets, but trying to stay neutral and far removed from allegations of white supremacy in today's culture is so dense, and it shows your hand. Like, despite intention, not having a single comment or opinion on racism where you were involved is a stance. Just how whenever that man's name comes up and you don't condemn, we know exactly what you are or the market you care to keep. Okay? And then also there is a I believe a political content creator. I hope I said the word eugenic correctly. I don't, because I in my head I kept saying Eurogenics, but it's just called eugenic, and it's not. It's a thing. It's like one of those words where, like, you know, when we learn to call out certain things, we, you know, so it's one of those words. It's called eugenic. You know, let me make sure, because it was a hold on. Let me see. Eugenics is a set of largely discredited beliefs and practices that aim to improve the genetic quality of a human population. Okay, that's what that means. Okay, that's what that means. And it was all, they also brought it back to like pseudoscientific shit, and like different philosophers in the past, like, you know, trying to like validate it, and, you know, all that shit. But yes, it's basically like, you know, white is right. Okay, that's what basically that means. See, there is a political content creator. They describe him as a historian and an artist, in addition to being a content creator. So his name is his online name is Jupiter Bao. He's Portuguese. He's a man of color. I think he might be mixed with black. Looks like. But he's a Portuguese Londoner. That's what Google says. He's from London. He's Portuguese. His name is Jupiter Bao. It says his real name is Helio Figueroa. Ooh, I'm about to cut that out because I fucked that shit up.
Figaro.
No, it's Figueroa.
I don't know.
Figueroa.
I never saw the name.
Figueroa. I'm not sure, but his name is Jupiter Bao online, and I'm going to play a little bit of what he had to say. He basically was talking about how you know, white men are the privileged, they run everything, but white women try to comply to try to be protected, but it's still all about white men. But I'm going to play a little bit of what he put up on his page, which I loved so much. Let me see.
It was, I love jeans. All I wear are jeans.
Now, check out the follow-up question.
Is there something that you want to say about the ad itself? The Sydney Sweeney has great jeans. Do you have?
Ad spoke for itself.
You think the ad spoke for itself? Okay. And the criticism of the content, which was basically that maybe specifically in this political climate, like, white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like, that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And since you were talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people here.
She was given an opportunity to push back. She didn't. Therefore, she did on it. And this is in an interview in which she speaks extensively about how she uses her art to be able to pass on difficult ideas that make people think. She's not naive, she's not stupid. And this reminded me of two things that I saw recently. First, this video clip by professor and author Roxane Gay.
I think that's also why we see a lot of the voting statistics that we see in the United States around white women voting for Republicans who they know are fascist, who they know are authoritarian. It's because adjacency to power is oftentimes more important to people than freedom.
And everyone's separation.
Because maybe they'll be nice and carry me under their umbrella of power.
And they'll spare me then.
Yes, maybe they'll spare me, which they will not. You are actually going to be on the front lines of receiving their violence.
Now keep that in your mind. Now listen to this one from a Christian nationalist pastor.
I'll take it a step further. It is not inherently evil to own another human being. I know, just wait, some of you guys are really upset, but let's talk through this, because it is very important that every Christian affirm what I just said. And not only should they affirm it, every Christian in today's society should be able to defend what I just said, okay?
Audacious, right? And I bet your mind immediately jumped to black people, because that's how we're wired, to connect slavery with black people. But he said they're the human beings. Now take a step back. Forget for an instance that the institution of slavery is still alive and kicking in the United States, and it's the base of prosperity of some of the best-known companies in the world that use low-cost labor to continue to have massive profits. Forget for a second that the supply chains that provide raw materials and manufactured goods to the West has slavery in them. Case in point, the phone that I'm recording this with. Who has been the group of people that for the last 2,000 years in Western countries and in the colonies that they settled have been in one way or another subjugated by their male counterparts, white women. What that pastor is saying is not just for us minorities, it's also for white women. Because you can tradwife all you want, but at the end of the day, you still have a framework of laws that allow you to step back from it. The white men who are pro-eugenics and pro-owning other human beings do not like that, especially because all of these men have one preoccupation in common.
I think having a black son would still totally be normal. Let's say you were the last person who could have children in your bloodline. You would throw away 10,000 years of pure blood for that?
See women as baby-making machines for the continuation of whiteness in a world in which the demographic cliff of Western countries is driving the far right to insane levels of alarm. And don't let yourselves be fooled by the propaganda from the West. In Switzerland, a Western country, women were only fully given the right to vote in all cantons in the 1990s by order of a court. So yes, a jeans advert can be that deep.
Yep. The jeans ad can be that deep. Hopefully he had parts of his video were sped up sped up double sped up. But hopefully you guys caught that. I'm gonna make sure I try to edit this well, because I know I'm a little jumpy and stuff, because a lot of people had a lot of discourse about this, and a lot of people had a lot of takes on this, and I really enjoyed the takes. And I also enjoy Sydney Sweeney showing her hand, because it's not giving Trump supporter because I'm rich and selfish, whatever. It's giving Trump supporter because I want to be rich and selfish, and I'm also a white supremacist, and I come from a white supremacy background, and this is making my parents proud, and I'm all for this. And so what? I'm gonna laugh and roll my eyes at this Jhene ad. Look, imagine that Jhene ad controversy, and her family in the living room like laughing, saying, "Oh fuck it, who cares? We're just like good genes. We got good genes." All that stuff. So I'm glad she's showing her hand. Like, it's almost, okay. So I strongly believe that the Kardashians voted for Trump. Like, when they had the inauguration, Kim Kardashian posted Ivanka Trump's outfit, saying that she ate it or whatever, she slay or whatever, ate that up, whatever, 10, whatever she said on that one time when she posted her inauguration outfit. So we can all believe and say that the Kardashians voted for Trump, and how Khloe Kardashian has a whole like podcast exclusive on X. But I don't think that I think it's more of like, I don't think they're racist. I don't think the Kardashians are. I think that they're privileged and they can be tone deaf, but I don't think that it's a hatred. They're not white supremacists. You know what I mean? They almost can't be anyway. They're more of like the ethnic European end of things, whatever. But I used to hate that. Oh my God. Like when they would say that in college in one of my classes, oh my God, I used to hate that ethnic European, where I get what they're saying, like white people with dark features, but it's just like, oh, like the ethnic, it's like, I know we want to act like whiteness is they're like, whiteness is not ethnic, Blanco, but it's like, I don't know. Whatever, but it doesn't come from, it comes from the Kim Kardashian of it all. When it comes to Trump, it comes from like the I look at it as like it comes from the capitalist part of it all, like the money, the money and the power of it all. Not like, oh, I'm a white supremacist, and she better not. She got all them damn black kids in that family. You better not be fucking racist. Girl, what? So I don't get like a Kim Kardashian vibe from Sydney Sweeney. I get a very much like your family. You are with your family on this. Okay, and like I feel like she tried to be sneaky and hot, because like she would. It was, I think it was a couple years ago when we figured out her family was MAGA. Like that it was like a birthday party, whatever. They were cutting up, and they were just the red hats and all that stuff with her family, and she made sure she wasn't seen in certain pictures with certain family, or when they were wearing certain things, or like. But now it's like, girl, you just out and about. You're starring in a movie. I think she's portraying this female boxer named Christy something, whatever. I'm sure you up the price on Euphoria, because they're filming Euphoria. Euphoria is coming out in 2026. You're in other stuff. You're producing your other stuff on the side. Like, you're getting all these roles. You're Sydney Sweeney. You're on the red carpet. You're showing your boobs. Like, you're becoming the sex symbol. Like, you're the Sydney Sweeney now. So it's like you can come out a little bit more each year when you succeed, and you can come out a little bit more. Like, she's becoming a star. You can creep out a little bit more. You can pull that curtain back a little bit more. Speaking of Euphoria, there's a rumor, which I don't believe this even happened, but who knows? There's a rumor now that Zendaya is refusing to do any press with Sydney once the rollout comes with Euphoria. So they're saying that's a rumor. I don't see, just people just started saying it. Right. So I don't know if this is like a intentional leak from Zendaya's team, or if it really happened, or if someone's just lying and making it up and then people just taking it and run with it. Because like, of course, like, Sydney Sweeney came to rose to popularity from Euphoria. I mean, she's been acting, whatever. We know that. Like, I know that Sydney Sweeney is passionate about acting. I know that she wants to be that girl, because after Sydney Sweeney gained popularity from Euphoria, like, I started seeing old movies that she was in, on different like streaming apps and stuff. So she's been acting for a while, and she wants to be that girl. So I don't know if this was like an intentional leak from Zendaya's team, where it's like, is sending like maybe like a bat signal to Sydney Sweeney's team, like, get this bitch to you got one more chance to go and denounce this man. You got one more chance to go denounce this man. You know what I mean? Like, you have one more chance to do this. Because the thing is, like, when Euphoria comes out and like Zendaya refuses to do like little stuff with Sydney, it's gonna be a situation. I don't see Zendaya being buddy shoulder and shoulder with Sydney Sweeney after this, because Zendaya, even though Zendaya is a mixed girl, she's half white, half black, and Zendaya definitely benefits from light skin privilege, and Zendaya is very vocal about her privileges, and she's also very vocal about standing for black people and her black side, and like just standing up in her privilege and using it for good. She's very vocal when it comes to that. So I don't see Zendaya, like, I don't have to know her. I don't see her being buddy and shoulder and shoulder with Sydney Sweeney on the red carpet for Euphoria. I don't see that happening. And now it's just creating a commotion, I feel like, when it comes to this rollout. I don't know if Sydney's gonna be like, F it, I don't gotta come to the premiere, or Zendaya's like, the show, there's no Euphoria without me, or what they're gonna do, because this is going to cause tension, because Euphoria is a very diverse, they have a lot of different representation on that show of Euphoria. There's no, like, it's like, girl, like, do you really stand for what you're portraying on the screen? Like, are you just here for the check? Like, do you even care about your trans co-star? Do you care about your black co-stars? Do you care about your Latino co-stars? Now, I wouldn't feel like, if Sydney Sweeney was someone that I worked with, I wouldn't feel unsafe, but I definitely would feel uncomfortable around you. And I don't want to be buddy with you. This is just business. I don't feel,
right.
No. I don't think you're gonna freaking kill me at work, but I don't want to be around you.
Right.
Your principles disgust me. You literally are not condemning white supremacy, and you had the chance to. The interviewer gave her like multiple chances. Like, are you sure you want to act like this? Are you sure? Like, I'm asking you verbatim. If I have an issue I want to discuss, I'll discuss it. It's not an issue to her.
Hey, man.
Like, it's just. And Zendaya is engaged to a white man,
right?
And even with Tom Holland, like, you can tell, like, he really loves Zendaya, and he loves her black family. When they at the cookout or whatever, he dancing with the aunties and all that stuff. He respect. Like, I'm sure that Zendaya made it very clear, like, yeah, I'm light skinned, I got a white mama, but I got a black daddy, and I got a black ass family, and I love my daddy side. I love my cousin on my daddy side. Okay, when they tried to pit her against Keke Palmer, it was one random weird Twitter day. They tried to say, oh, Keke Palmer should have the career that Zendaya has, but she doesn't because of colorism. And like, Keke had to say, like, what? Like, Keke had to be like, I have a great career. Like, what are we discussing? And then Zendaya, she's not for that bullshit either. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even with people, I just feel like Zendaya seems like someone that really, she puts her money where her mouth is, and like, it's easy to say, oh, I respect people in any way, shape, or form, and with whoever they are, but she shows action. Like, even the way that Law Roach talks about Zendaya, about how at one point Zendaya had to really stand up for him and really like elevate him in the rooms and really show, like, no, we're going to respect Law Roach. We want to hear what Law has to say. It matters. What he has to say matters. Like, he talks about how she really stuck up for him in the early stages of him, like, gaining like notoriety.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's some cool ass shit. Like, you can really respect, because she don't have to do that. She's already Zendaya. She don't have to do that shit, but she's doing it because it's the right thing to do, and I'm sure she really wants to.
Facts.
I remember one time, the whole, like, years ago, when there was the Fashion Police on E! News or the E! Network or whatever, and this is when Joan was still alive, I think. Joan Rivers. Yes, Joan Rivers. And Julia, what's her name? Julia, like Italian. I think she's Italian. Hold on. Yes, Juliana Rancic. Is Juliana Rancic? Is she Italian? I just made up a like ethnic European place. Hold on. Let me see. Juliana Rancic. Oh, she's Italian. I was right. I just made it up, but she is Italian. She's Italian. Because it's Juliana spelled Giuliana, and I just said Italian, but I was right. I was right. But yeah, it was that one time when it was Fashion Police, Juliana Rancic. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what award show it was, but Zendaya came on the screen, and this is when Zendaya had, y'all remember when Zendaya had those faux locks? She had those faux locks on the red carpet, and Juliana was talking about her outfit, saying like, it looks like she smells like patchouli oil and fucking weed or some shit. She said some shit like that, patchouli oil and weed or some wild shit, some racist ass shit. And she ended up having to apologize, and she kept like it for a while. They kept bringing it up, but she had to apologize for a long ass time. And then Zendaya came out and said her piece too, like, oh hell, like excuse me, that's like crazy. We don't. So it's just so I kind of believe Zendaya probably did say I'm not doing no press with that racist bitch. I know she probably did say that. She said something. I don't think that Zendaya the brand. I don't see her sitting next to Sydney Sweeney on camera no more. Not without saying action afterwards. Because like no, if it's no, I don't believe that. So yeah, so I definitely believe that. I don't know if that's really happened, but I definitely believe it at the very least Zendaya probably thought it. Like I'm not sitting next to that bitch. Sure. And I also wanted to discuss real quick, guys. And I try not to. I don't think I've ever when I talk about Sexy Red, right? Do I say some wild shit about her? No. Cause she
does wild shit.
She does. It's just like I be getting disgusted with her sometimes. Like it's one of those things where it's like, girl, I'm black and you doing this and you feeding the goddamn stereotype, bitch. Stop. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I be feeling with her sometimes, and I just feel like girl, like I hate and there's plenty of black scholars, there's plenty of black excellence, there's plenty of black everything, right? But when it comes to Sexy Red, I think a lot of people are just upset with how she fits within the caricature, fits within the stereotype. Mm-hmm. We there was like some Trump support accusations that came out with her at one point. She popped on stage with Zach, what's his name? The country singer Zach Bryan. Yeah. I think it was last year, the year before last. She popped out on stage as a special guest and was on stage just with her bleached red hair, lace front, twerking on stage at a country concert. Mm-hmm. This black girl on stage at a country concert with Zach Bryan, twerking on stage, doing splits on stage as a black woman. You know what I'm saying? Right. And like country music is like country. Before Beyonce came out with her album, I never, like, when people would ask me, oh, what music do you like, Danielle? I'd be like, I like everything but country. And it was always like, they were like, oh, why? And I would say it jokingly, but I would mean it. I'm like, it just feels racist. Like country music just feels racist to me. And that's how I always say when people would ask me why I don't like country music. I'm like, it always feels racist. There's my ear. This feels racist. I do like a couple country songs, like, like the, I dug my key into the side of it. Mm. I love that Carrie Underwood song, but she's a nasty little trumper too. But I do love that one country song, whatever. And I'm sure it's some other Shania Twain stuff. I don't know. But it always felt so racist to me. Even with the Morgan Wallen, when they caught him throwing N-bombs a few years ago. But then all of a sudden, like, of course they condemned him or whatever for a little bit. And then he came out popular than ever. The numbers, he's number one on the charts, all these things. And like he doing some songs with Lil Durk, which was weird. Like Lil Durk, please. I don't know why you did that. But anyway. So it always feels like rooted in racism. That countries, their country. Like, isn't Sydney Sweeney from like the countries of like Washington? I guess I don't fucking know. Where's Spokane, guys? I don't know where Spokane is in Washington. Is that like it's like a country thing? Is it a country town, guys? I don't know. Somebody on Twitter said that they were from Washington State, and in the part where Sydney Sweeney's from, he was like, I'm not surprised that she feels this way. So I'm like, okay, you know more than me, y'all. But anyway, when Sexy Red does things like that, pops out on stage at the country concerts, twerking and stuff, and then even she was at Sydney Sweeney's birthday party this past month or so. She was performing at Sydney Sweeney's birthday party, and Wiz Khalifa was at the party and all that stuff too. So it's like, I just feel like I don't like. I hope that black people in this industry just, I don't know. I hate when someone is literally racist, is openly racist, openly a white supremacist, and these like rappers that fit within a certain stereotype come in and just like, it's a fucking minstrel show when they're in front of them. Is that a mean thing to say, minstrel show? Oh, I feel like I'm saying some mean shit about a black girl. I'm sorry.
No, it's not mean at all. Chitlin circuit.
It's just like this with this bleached red hair, and you're twerking like, ooh, and like you're doing your little like, it's cool. Like, listen, I'm not even like, it's fine to be ghetto sometimes, like, cool, like, listen, like, we have a culture, cool, right? But it's like, come on, like, I just hope that it's just you with the daggone Zach Bryan. And I never seen anything racist about Zach Bryan at all. But he's a country singer, and I don't put it past his ass. I'm sorry, Zach Bryan, but like I don't put it past you, white man. I'm sorry. You twerking on this country stage that has nothing to do with your music. Like you just on stage twerking and just being a freaking jigaboo. Ooh, look at me, I'm slow. Ciao.
Man, let it all out.
Is that, and you're at Sydney Sweeney's freaking birthday party performing. I hope she like cut ties with that, but who knows? Like, you know what? Sometimes black folks just want to check and they don't give a fuck if you racist or not, and that's some nasty work. I'm sorry, but that kind of pisses me off with Sexy Red. Like Sexy Red, you're just being a token black. It's weird. I don't like it. We're better than that. It just made me think of Sexy Red because that's when the last time I saw Sexy Red like was at a Sydney Sweeney birthday party. Right. And then before that, you were at the country concert twerking, doing splits on stage at this racist ass country ass crowd.
Amen.
That don't give a fuck about you. Oh, I do want to play. The last thing on Sexy Red, I saw this TikTok. Like I love the discourse. I love the takes on certain things. I love seeing people that are better at explaining things than I am. I just love hearing I love hearing perspectives that you guys share with me, but then some of you guys just are more eloquent and more elaborate with how you guys feel. So I'm going to play a clip about someone speaking on Sexy Red real quick, and then we can move on.
Sexy Red is one of the greatest examples of why I don't care how many people don't like my opinion if it's the truth, because the truth will always outrank the bullshit. I will never forget when college educated scholars was getting on this app calling people anti-black for saying that they did not fuck with Sexy Red's Minstrel show. Okay, they was all up and down my damn For You page. I honestly had to delete a post I made because they had me kind of second guessing myself. Because I know I'm black and proud. But something about Sexy Red was always off to me. It always gave Minstrel show. And honestly, Mona Leo kind of just proved that. With Sexy Salon, that's black culture. Okay, that's how you do it. Sexy was always here to tap dance for. Okay, and when we said that, you college educated scholars got on here with your fancy degrees calling everybody else anti-black. Talking about everybody got an auntie like that. Baby, if your auntie is a grown-ass woman trying to go to high schools and promote her sexually explicit songs, she needs to be jailed. Now, she's literally performing, tap dancing, might I say, for literal racist. Y'all was silent when she got on that stage with that damn Trump hat, but was calling me anti-black. And now look, who's anti-black? Who? Sexy Red is one of the...
That was perfect. And even when people like Justin Bieber, I don't think that Justin Bieber is racist, and I think that he's very in tune with like appreciating how black culture influenced him in his career and gave him a career. Like even when I do see him at the club with Sexy Red, like in videos with Sexy Red, like okay, this is transactional because like the next thing you know he has an album with Sexy Red on it. You know what I mean? But it's like even if they are nice to you as a black person, they're still using your caricature for their benefit. Because even Sexy Red on that Justin Bieber song, I'm like, Justin Bieber, you did not need to have this girl on your song. She did not go with this song. Why did you have her on this song? You did not need her on this freaking song. It's like, this is so, like, when I see people like Sexy Red with Justin Bieber or anyone white, this is like so transactional. This is so obviously transactional. So obviously transactional. This is so like, hey guys, look here, like that's not how you like lead your pet with something. Here, do this for me. Here, good job. Here's a treat. Here, like it's something to use to get what they need from the culture at the moment.
Right, facts.
Ooh, yuck.
Amen.
Anyway, moving along. Ooh, we're almost done, guys.
Amen.
We are almost done. Let me make sure. I'll just put this on. So I recently, I actually posted a clip on TikTok the other day, speaking on Kai Cenat and how Deon Cole was on the Drink Champs podcast, kind of calling Kai Cenat out for not knowing the greats and being let backstage at BT Awards and not knowing people that he should know and all this other stuff. I made a TikTok clip, with my thoughts on it or whatever, but I am going to play a clip of what Deon Cole said first on Drink Champs so we can just hear what they have to say.
Hired this really big, I don't want to say motherfuckers' names, hired this really big streamer, right? The biggest streamer out there, right?
Oh, shit.
So they hired this person to come to the award shows and do backstage shit, right?
Yes, I saw it.
And this motherfucker was like, yo, like, people was like, he was going up to people like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Wale.
Like,
You didn't know who the hell Wale
I don't know who that is. And his excuse was, don't blame me because I'm young.
Right.
And that was so disrespectful to me because
Wale took it personally. You seen that?
I met him.
Wale wanted the African dance.
Look, I was backstage and I met I met dude one time backstage, and he walked backstage and I was like, hey, what's up, man? He was like this. And he walked off, and he was with I like that dude, the blonde hair, Drewski. He was with Drewski. Yeah, and Drewski looked at me and was like this. What's up, OG? How you doing, man? I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I love everything you do. Then he went to him and was like, man, you know OG, you funny as hell, you know. And he was like this. And just walked off and shit. And I was like this. That's cool. Yeah. That's cool. I'm cool with that. I'm good with that. If you don't know who I am, it's all good, right? But when you go on the record and say, when they trying to go this baby face, and this is this person and that person.
On the red carpet with Babyface?
You like, but look, but they asked him, and he was like this. I don't know these people. I'm young. Don't blame me because I'm young. That was terrible to do. And to hire him to be your representation at an award show that you got icons and you got younger people, I think is like disrespectful. And that's, I'm not trying to beef and shit. I'm just going, if you're going to be in that position, do your research about when you see icons and give them love when you see them, period. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so that was what Deon Cole said about Cenat when he was backstage at the BET Awards. So it was this past year where Kevin Hart was the host, and Kevin Hart has a really great relationship with Cenat and Drewski, and Kevin Hart was the host, and he wanted it where Cenat could stream backstage. And I believe BET Awards also let him stream on the red carpet as well. So here's the thing. Jesus, because I'm gonna play my clip. I'm gonna play my clip too, just to sum up what I had to say. But even watching this clip now, it's like he's saying that BT hired Kai as the representation or whatever. First of all, like when these red carpets are here, there's different outlets, multiple different outlets, various different outlets that are on the red carpet to cover anything you want to cover, whether it's black news or if it's the Shade Room with the gossip news, or if it's Essence or whatever. There's multiple outlets and multiple journalists on the red carpet to cover all your needs, whatever you want. You're going to cover all whatever outlet you follow. They're going to cover the BET Awards. They're going to be there, so you're going to get what you need regardless if Cenat's going to be there or not. Right. I think that Deon was being a little bit of a hater. I'm sorry. I think he was being a little bit of a hater. And I'm 32 years old, and I know who Babyface is, but I can't really. At the top of my head, I can't really name a Babyface song like that from the top of my head. I'm sure if you play a song, I know it, but I'm not like a Babyface connoisseur. I love Toni Braxton. I love Brandy. I love Aaliyah. I love Monica. I know Missy. I know the greats, but I'm not really familiar with. I know Babyface writes these records, but like I mean, if I see him, I know him. But it's like if I didn't, I still know other things that affected my childhood, that affected me. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, Deon is mad that Cenat didn't know him, but Cenat knows Kevin Hart. Cenat knows who Marlon Wayans is. Cenat had Tisha Campbell on his stream. And every friend when his friends came in the room, the first thing they said when they saw Tisha Campbell, Gina. They know it, and these are like 23-year-olds, right? And they know Gina, because she had the effect on their life. Cenat knows Snoop Dogg. Cenat had Ice Cube on his thing. Cenat had Mike Epps on his stream. He just didn't have Deon Cole on his stream, and that's fine. Just because he didn't know you don't mean that he. Yes, he's young, and so I was born in '93, but I know Jodeci. But so what? Listen. I come on this show all the time and talk about how I know things that I shouldn't have known as a child. Right. I used to watch things when I shouldn't watch them, but I watch them. But even if I didn't watch it, I was too young to do this. Fine. Right. Some people don't, because I was I even said on my TikTok response, I was like, you know, I said I didn't know who Deon Cole was until I watched Blackish, and somebody was like, "How are you 32 when you ain't know that Deon Cole was on Comic View?" I said, so. I know who Cat Williams is. I know Chris Rock. I watched Chris Rock stand up. I watched Martin. I watched Cat Williams.
Right, they have
I watched Bernie Mac. I know Cedric the Entertainer. I know Steve Harvey. I know all these other things. I know D. Ray Davis. When it come to Comic View, I think D. Ray Davis, and that's about it. I don't D. Ray Davis. That's not good enough to me. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Like what? Like I was even like, I'll play my response. But like even when he bumped into Wale, that was a little bit understandable because Wale's whole thing was, we met before. We played in a celebrity game before. How you not know me when you see me again? That was I get that, but I get that. That's cool. But like, I don't know if Wale gave the whole thing of like, you should know me. I'm da 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 da. Because like, come on, stop. So what? Like whatever. Like, come on, please. And Wale is amazing.
Yeah.
People that know who Drake is may not know who Wale is, and that's fine. They know who Drake is.
Right.
Y'all in the same field. You just mad that he didn't know you. So, for real quick, I'm gonna play the clip of his interaction backstage with Kai Cenat because I feel like he over exaggerated. I think that Kai just didn't know him, but Kai still shook his hand and said hi a few times. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna play the clip of Drewski and Kai Cenat backstage.
What's up, Blake? How you doing, baby? You good? Good to see you, my guy. Sir. Killing shit. How you doing, bro? Good, brother. Mm-hmm.
Shook his hand and everything.
He be on the Old Spice shit right here. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Dapped him up again. So Kai was in the middle of like trying to figure out where to go backstage, and he was like preoccupied, and he was still saying hi to Deon like a couple times. He shook his hand twice, shook his hand once, and then dapped him up the second time when he said, when Juicy was like, oh Spice. Like, cool, like that's fine. Like Juicy knows who Deon Cole is because Juicy's a comedian, and he should know who Deon Cole is. If you're a comedian, you should know the comedians that came before you.
If you study, yes.
If you study.
Right.
But that's where the successful, that's where you have success and where you don't have success. Like that one time when it was that rapper Kylie when she slipped up and said that she didn't that she has that song got a white boy in my roster, no, I got hoes in different area. Cause she didn't even know that was a Ludacris sample. So now we know, okay, you didn't write the hook, but you didn't know that was a Ludacris sample. You didn't know area codes. Like that's fair to say to her because girl, this is your song and you're singing the song. You didn't know where it came from. You didn't care to look into it. I get that part. That's when it matters.
No, for sure.
That's when it matters. Casting that I know who Deon, like stop, please. If I ever become big and somebody look at me tell me I'm crazy for not knowing him, I dare you. I dare you to play. I dare you. I want you to. But that's like me. See now, it's unacceptable if someone like me, if I don't know who Wendy Williams is. Or if I don't know who Ricky Lake was, if I don't know who Oprah is, I don't know how you know. If I don't know who Charlamagne is, and I'm doing this shit like that's understandable. Right. But a young streamer that's under 25 not knowing who Deon Cole is, I'm sorry. Please stop. Please, like, why are you hating? You're hating so hard. You're ignoring the fact that he had Mike Epps, Kevin Hart, Marlon Wayans, all these heavy hitters in comedy, in black comedy. You just mad that he don't know you, and you still said this. You still said this on the thing after the whole Mafia-thon.
Yeah.
So you're mad.
But watching the clip though, it's like dang, he dapped them up and everything.
Yeah, but he was backstage. He was still looking around trying to figure out where to go. Right. It was a lot going on backstage, and then he still shook his hand. Didn't know who he was, but shook his hand. Right. Then Juicy was like, "Oh, Spice, the Old Spice guy, the Old Spice commercial," and he was like, "Oh, what's up?" Like dapped him up. That's fine. You mad? You hating? I'm gonna play my response real quick on TikTok, guys, because you guys have to follow her the podcast on TikTok, HERDPOD on TikTok. Make sure you guys follow. Let me play my response. Hold on.
You gotta follow the beach.
Let me see right here.
Okay, so I just came from the gym. I wanted to address this Kai Cenat situation where Deon Cole was on the Drink Champs podcast talking about how Kai Cenat didn't recognize him or didn't know who he was when he was backstage at the BET Awards when Kevin Hart brought him and Drewski back there to, stream and record and, interact with everybody. He didn't know who I was, but Drewski came up to him and, acknowledged him and called him OG, and, Drewski was like, "Oh, Kai, do you know him?" And Kai would just kind of snubbed him off or whatever. That's what he claimed on the podcast. They showed the clip of Kai. Kai seemed polite to me. I mean, he didn't know him, but he still seemed polite. This is my whole thing though. I don't know why it's such a big deal if Kai Cenat, someone that's like under 25, doesn't know a Deon Cole or may not like recognize Wale right away. Or Deon comparing Drewski knowing him versus Kai Cenat not knowing him isn't really a fair comparison to me, only because Drewski's in his early 30s, and then also Drewski is a comedian just like Deon Cole. So Drewski should know who Deon Cole is if he's a comedian, if he studies the greats, that's what it is. BET letting Kai Cenat backstage to stream, to me, I thought that BET and the BET Awards was to celebrate Black excellence. I believe Kai Cenat is Black excellence. Like, he has accomplished so much at his young age, and it's to the point where people are mad that he doesn't recognize them. Like, Kai Cenat just had Mafiathon 3, where he had Marlon Wayans on there. He had Mike Epps on there. He had Ice Cube on there. He knows the greats. He just doesn't know who Deon Cole is, and that's fine. Like, I'm 32 years old. I didn't know who Deon Cole was until I started watching Blackish. Are you going to shame me? It's just the fact that, like, why are y'all going on these podcasts, like, acting like this young man needs to know you? He can't brag about Kai Cenat knowing him, to his grandkids or nieces and nephews and stuff. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I just think it's weird to care so much, and I think it's weird to even, like, sit there and over-exaggerate Kai not knowing who you are backstage, when it looked like from the videos that I saw, he was being polite. He just didn't know who you are.
Mm-hmm. So that was my little thing about that.
Yeah.
That was my little thing about that. One time on Mafiathon 3, he had Ray J on his stream a few times. And the thing is, like, that's just another thing. Y'all would love for Kai Cenat to invite you on stream. Y'all would love it. Y'all would love that. Marlon Wayans was happy he was on that stream. Mike Epps Mike Epps saw that Marlon was on the stream, and next thing you know, Mike Epps on the stream. A couple days after, you got Tisha Campbell popping up. You would love to be on that young man's stream.
For sure.
You just being mad. If he invited you on stream, you would go, because it's good for you.
For sure. That's why.
Shut the fuck up.
That's why they go.
You mad. Ray J was on his stream a couple times. So Ray J came on there. He went viral the first day he was on there. Then he ended up coming back again like the next couple of days. So he brought friends, of course, because they saw Ray J on stream. They, can I come next time? So he brought his friends on there the next time he was on the Mafiathon 3. And he brought Jackie Long on stream with him one time. So Jackie Long was in the chair on camera. Jackie Long wanted to be on camera on Kai Cenat stream. He wanted to be on camera. Jackie Long wanted to be on camera on Kai Cenat stream. So he was sitting up there with Ray J. And Kai Cenat didn't know who Jackie Long was. Mind you, Jackie Long is the actor that played Esquire on the ATL movie with T.I. So Kai Cenat really didn't know who Jackie Long was. Understandable, because, like, and I'm not even trying to, like, and I feel like I'm being a bitch for shitting on people's careers, but I'm not. Like, Jackie Long, it's ATL is a cultural, a black classic, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But Kai Cenat didn't know who Jackie Long was when he got there, and they explained to him who Jackie Long was. And Jackie Long was like, yeah, it's fine, you young is fine as you young. But, like, that's in Jackie Long, that's the only thing you should have said. Don't say nothing else. Don't be spicy with nothing else. Don't be spicy with nothing else, nigga, because you came on his stream. You on his stream. You saw your friend Ray J went viral a couple times, and you made sure when Ray J came back that same month, you made sure you with Ray J. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You on that shit because you want to be seen. You on there. It's beneficial. I do wish that Kai Cenat knew who Jackie Long was, because it would have been really fun for him to say, I got a Picasso in my house, and, like, really know it, and that would have been a fun thing to say. But that's fine. It's fine. Kai Cenat is a young black man, and he knows who Martin is, and that's all. You know who Martin and Gina are. That's it. It's fine.
That's no Martin.
You know Marlon Wayans when you see him on the street. You know who Will Smith is when you see Will Smith. You know.
Of course, you know who that is.
You know who Jay-Z is. When he went to the Grammys this past year, and he was so excited to meet Jay-Z. You know who Jay-Z. That's great. You know who Jay-Z is. But you mad at somebody. You mad at him for not knowing who Babyface is when he know who Jay-Z is. He from New York. He should know who Jay-Z is. You get what I'm saying? I could see if Kai Cenat was an R&B singer and wanted to be the next Chris Brown, and then he said he didn't know who Babyface was, then I'll be upset. But no, it's okay. It's fine.
Okay, not everybody know everybody.
It's okay.
It's fine.
God damn.
I don't know half the people you talk about. So.
It's okay. And also they brought up when I posted TikTok, of course they was in my comments tussling.
Oh, for sure.
And so one girl came and was like, well, Kai Cenat said that African Americans don't have culture, right? So I will say, I'm gonna put this on here briefly. I said this before on my show. when I was 23, 22, 21, 19, 17, I said a lot of dumb shit. Especially about my culture. I really started stepping into my blackness. I went natural. I did the big chop in 2012. I graduated high school in 2011. I did the big chop in 2012. I was natural from 2012 all the way to 2025. I had to have a perm. I haven't had a perm in over 10 years. I refuse. At one point, when I first was natural, in my first couple years, it was given very much like I was like talking shit about why you got a perm. I was telling girls they hated themselves because they had perms and shit. It was wild. I was wild. I was an extremist. I was extreme. Yes, I did. With the fist. Yeah. I sure was, baby. Yes, I was. I even did the whole like Jamaican Rasta. Like I would like do like the clump the twist and make it look dry and like Rasta-ish and stuff. I used to give all of that. Very much all of that. Very strong in all of that. Yes. But again, like I said a lot of dumb things. I let a lot of things slide. For sure. Being said around me as a black person, I've done a lot of dumb things, and like I even when growing up, like as black, because we're not as educated into self-love as we should be as black people. Black Americans, they're very ignorant to other cultures, other black cultures outside of America. So a lot of times you'll hear people say, oh, you're not uncultured because my family's from Jamaica, my family's from this and that. Yeah, we're this, I'm mixed with so I'm mixed with this, I'm da, da, da. They try to, you know how it is when you in school and you got black friends. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm mixed with this and that. Oh, my mom's from so-and-so. Oh, yeah, I'm half Jamaican because I'm Haitian, because you have to say a bunch of other things to feel special about yourself being black, but you being a black American is special enough. Because black culture, there is a such thing as black culture. Black American culture is what drives it is. A lot of those Jamaicans and Haitians and Trinidadians coming to the U.S. because of the culture here.
Facts.
Black culture very much exists. It's in music, it's in television, it's in commercials. White folks are influenced by us black fashion, American culture, everything. Fashion everywhere, black culture is everywhere, in pop, hip hop everywhere, rap, even the Latin culture, everywhere. Black culture is American black culture. Black American culture is everywhere. Black American culture is the main influence. So Cenat, as a 21-year-old, 22-year-old, said that it was stupid. It was ignorant. I'm sure he knows now that was ignorant. But you holding that against this young, it's just like, that was a dumb thing that he said. He probably doesn't mean it anymore, and it's not true. So get over it. Stop trying to use that as an excuse to argue with me about this fucking Deon Cole shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, what?
That's crazy.
Hey, excuse me, what? And I don't even I used to brag about how my like back in the day when I would try to be like the different black, I would brag about like my family, my dad's side of the family, they're all from Tobago. So like I have Trinity in my I'm a black girl. Yeah. Even though my dad's from Trinidad, he's still black. They're very black. They're black, baby. They're chocolate over there, baby. They're very black. Like my mom's side of them, they're American, but they got more shit going. Like my grandfather just passed away, and he's lighter than you, JRob. Oh, yeah, he's lighter than you. Yeah. You know how light Shayla and them is? Yeah. Like that, because Shayla's father is a junior. So like my mom's side of them, they light skin. Right. Yeah. Right. Like I'm brown. I'm brown because my daddy. I'm a little bit lighter than my daddy, but his family they chocolate. Like even my grandmother on my dad's side of the family, she be calling me red, but because that's how black. That's what it is. They black, but they Trini. You know what I'm saying? They're from Tobago. My bad. Keep saying Trini, but they from Tobago. But like my grandfather just passed, like they couldn't even find his color. They couldn't find he's so light bright. They can't even find his color when they embalmed his body. They prepped his body for the casket. Mm-hmm. He looked like a little ashy because he's so bright. They couldn't get his color.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my sister, he's from North Carolina. My mom's father, he's from North Carolina, and my mom's mother, she's from Arkansas, and they met when they moved to D.C. Mm-hmm. My grandfather moved to D.C. and my grandmother moved to D.C. and they met at church in D.C. My mother from Southeast. So my mother's side of him, they're from DC, but her parents are like country or whatever. So like my grandfather, he definitely got some white in him. He lighter than you. Okay, like he definitely got some. Like even my niece, like it's certain things like you so light bright. It's like, you know what I'm saying. So it's like that's that. So like even if you don't have any parents that are from Dominican Republic or Haiti, you're still, if you want to be special, like we all are mixed in with something. We all got some stuff going on in here. Right. If you want to be special, even though like you're still black, it's fine. Anyway, and the fact that you have to sit here and say that you have to acknowledge that you're from another country, because we can't tell by looking at you because you look like a black, but you're a black person. You know, like, but no, I used to brag like, okay, my dad's Tobago. They're from Tobago. Like, I used to brag about that, but it's like, so what? So we're still all black. I mean, yeah, I have black culture, and yeah, I know Caribbean culture because I get Caribbean culture firsthand from my dad's side of the family. Right. But so what? It doesn't make me better than any other Black American here because there's still Black American culture. Like my dad's side of the family, they're from Tobago, but they're still influenced by Black American. If you ever been to Trinidad or Tobago or any Caribbean, Barbados somewhere, there's some mall somewhere on those islands. There's somewhere they're even in the Caribbean. They're influenced by Black culture.
That's a fact.
It's everywhere. They look at us for what to wear, and they live in fucking Barbados. Come on, please. We have to love ourselves, guys. So when we hear someone say something dumb, we can educate each other and keep it pushing. You keep bringing up how we have we know we have culture, guys. Okay. Whew. I got 3 more things, and I'm done. Okay. Real quick. DDG's brother Dub. There was like a whole little spat online with So I'm gonna play the clip where Dub, his girlfriend, DDG's sister, and DDG's mom were all in the car, and Dub was like pinching he was grabbing his girlfriend's skin, like grabbing at it or whatever, and she was like stop. So she ended up hitting him. She was like hitting him and stuff, slapping him, hitting him, pushing him, whatever. And they were like he kept grabbing her skin, and then she kept like hitting him and stuff. And then the sister TeeTee in the back, so it was DDG and Dub's little sister TeeTee in the back seat, and the mom is in the back seat as well. The mom not saying nothing, just looking, right? Then the sister's like, you don't have to hit him. You can push him off of you, but don't hit him. Don't hit him, like in the back seat, just being weird, right? Mind you, they're on camera, and Dub is grabbing his girlfriend's skin. She's like, stop grab, like he's like grabbing at her skin. So I'm gonna play the clip real quick.
That nigga's weird.
They are, right?
Yeah, I'm too quick with this shit, dog.
But you didn't call me in.
What you do this morning?
Why are you grabbing my bottom of my chin like that? Why are you grabbing the bottom of my chin like that? That hurts. Stop. No. That hurts, Dejon.
Why was your lip motherfucking swollen? Huh? Yeah, I'm too quick with this shit, dog. Your forehead could have got touched that quick.
Stop.
Why was your lip swollen?
The hell? Because hyaluronic acid, Dejon.
What the fuck is hyaluronic?
Stop. Don't do that. You just pinched my neck so hard.
Why was your lip swollen?
Stop doing that.
And
That
the sister's in the
hurts.
backseat watching.
Push him off, but you don't have to be hidden. Don't do that.
And she ignored her.
Don't do that.
And I would have told her to shut the hell up, girl. Like you're seeing your brother grab at her skin, and she's like, stop, and she's hitting him and stuff. So what, bitch? Shut up. So they dragged the little sister. They was like, now we see what Halle was talking about, the mom in the backseat not saying nothing, enabling the sons, and you sitting there watching your brother grab at this girl. She don't like it, and you sitting there still telling her, don't hit him. Like, so they came up with that or whatever. They kind of dragged her for that. She ended up coming online, TeeTee, and ended up saying like, let me see if I can find it. Hold on, let me see. She ended up coming online and apologizing.
This will be my only time talking about it, right? So this will be my only time talking about it, right? This was a really, really big misunderstanding because what I heard and what I saw was completely different than what it was. And that's my fault. That's nobody's fault but mine. I apologize to the people that was involved. And anyone else on the outside, I don't know what to tell you, because as long as the people that was involved isn't upset, or if I talk to them and everything is okay, then I don't give a damn what the fuck y'all think, nigga. I don't give a damn what y'all think. Y'all texting me about y'all opinions don't mean shit. That I look at that shit and I laugh.
So she of course says that she don't care what people think, but you're posting an apology, so I don't believe you. But I'm glad that she acknowledged that she was wrong online, because they were eating her up in the comments. Like that's what Halle was talking about. Like y'all sit there, watch y'all brothers hit women, but y'all don't want to hold them accountable. So that was a nice thing to get, some accountability. That was cool. It just reminded me of how like I had a boyfriend where his family was very biased and very enabling, and just like I know, like it's just one of those things where like I live and learn with my relationships how I'm so strict now. Right. And another thing that I try to live by when it comes to men is I want to make sure that I align with your family. And if I don't really align with your family, I'll either end it, or I think I'll just like keep a distance. I don't need, we can be together, but I want to keep a distance, because I've definitely had a boyfriend where his family, his family, they were miserable. I feel like his family were haters. They always talked shit about somebody, but they had the most shit to talk. They had the most shit going on with themselves. But I guess you know how people just be miserable. They just be miserable, and they want to talk shit about you so they can feel better about what they have going on. And that's the kind of family that he had, and like, they never held the men in the family accountable, and they always tried to put the men's shortcomings on the women that they were with. Like him and his brother didn't even know how to drive. Like, he was older than me. Both his brothers were older than me, and their parents never taught them how to drive. Like, his mom didn't know how to drive, but their dad wasn't very present, so they didn't know how to drive. So his brother's wife taught him how to drive. And JRob, when I was with him, I was trying to teach him how to drive. Oh my God. I never talked about that. That's so embarrassing. I had a boyfriend. I was like 23. He was 27, and I was teaching him how to drive. That's why the breakup was so bad, because he had so many shortcomings outside of him just being like a regular nigga, a line ass nigga. He has so many shortcomings that I like looked past to be with him. So that's why the breakup was just so. That's why I was so angry, because I'm like, I sat here and like, you did not fit any of my standards, and I still give you a chance, and you still do this to me. So it's like, it was like that. But it's, they don't really hold men accountable for shit. They expect the women to pick up the slack, or they expect the women to just deal with them just having shortcomings, them not knowing how to act, them not knowing how to them not knowing how to control themselves. You know what I mean? That just reminded me about how like biased families can be when it comes to the men.
Oh no. Yeah.
So I try to be careful, like, along with my other rules when it comes to me having a partner. I definitely want to make sure that I'm mindful of the family. Yeah. Because also, like, I with me, I know, knowing how I am, I can't let a lot of shit slide. Like, at some point, I'm gonna snap back at you. I'm gonna clap back at you. You know what I'm saying? I can't take too much of the smart remarks. I can't do too much of that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I will say something back to you, and it's gonna be a thing. Because I'm not gonna back down. And with the whole, if that was me in the car and your brother, you watch your brother grabbing at my neck, grabbing my skin that I don't like, and I'm telling him to stop it, he keeps doing it, grabbing my arm, all this stuff, and I'm hitting him. You in the backseat talking about something. Don't hit him, push him off, but don't hit him. I would have been like, bitch, right, with your mother sitting right there. I would have been, bitch, I'm gonna hit you next.
Push him off, don't hit him.
And we would have been fighting in that bitch. You know what I mean? I would have fought her and the mother in the car.
You probably would have fought everybody.
Everybody would have fought everybody in that car. Who the fuck you talking to, bitch? And one more thing, DDG had Blueface on his stream, and that was a hot ass mess. Blueface is out of jail now, y'all. It is a train wreck. God bless those kids and that family, because that is a mess. I feel bad for the kids. But speaking of that whole thing, Halle Bailey. I spoke about. We're at the tail end of the Hurt on the Curb, but Halle Bailey. We talked about how she dropped an album within the last couple weeks, and I loved it. By the way, I love the album. By the way, her first week numbers came out, and she only sold like 4,000 or something like that first week, which is.
I didn't know she had an album.
I talked about her album last episode.
I just didn't pay attention.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, her album like sold significantly. It was I think it was like 4,000 first week. It was very low, and so of course the fake outrage or whatever, and Parkwood is not doing their job, and why did Parkwood fail Chloe and Halle? Because Chloe does really bad numbers first week as well. Why is oh my God, Parkwood, oh my God, cut ties with Parkwood and cut so this is my thing, and I'm gonna say it again. I've said this before. At the end of the day, the audience decides. Like, I watched Parkwood and Columbia really put some money behind Chloe. In my opinion, and from what I saw, from what I think, from what I gathered from me watching the whole Chloe breakout, talking about Chloe, her sister, the whole Chloe breakout solo thing, like Parkwood really put a machine behind Chloe, her first album.
She had a machine.
Like she performed at all the award shows. She performed at all the festivals. She had music videos. She had features on her album. She had Future on her album. She had Chris Brown on her album. She had features on her album. She had great music. And so when her second album came around, she didn't get a lot of promo, but I see it because you didn't do good first week on your last project and we did a lot for you. I see it. It's all a business. I see it. The audience still needs to decide. I feel like the labels are doing why would a label sign you and not do their job? That's a waste of money, in my opinion. Or I guess they shelf you unless they shelf, but they didn't shelf Chloe Bailey. They made sure they put it. They had Tina Knowles in her video. Like they made sure that they really co-signed Chloe Bailey. It's just the audience needs to decide at the end of the day. They really pushed Chloe Bailey. Both Chloe and Halle. Halle was the Little Mermaid, the first Black mermaid. Like these girls are at the forefront. But the audience still needs to decide. It's still down to the audience and what they decide whether they want to stream your music or not. Whether they want to stream your album or not. It's not always the machine's fault. It's not always the Parkwoods or the Columbias. It's not always the label's fault. We still have to want to really get into you. I love Halle's album, but that's just me. Mm-hmm. I love Chloe's project, but that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not always the label's fault. People just love saying shit on this. It's like, no, it's not. Halle had videos, music videos. She had a wonderful album rollout. I love the photographs. She was on interviews. Right. She was the Little Mermaid. Halle is a star. She was the Little Mermaid. She was in the Color Purple remake. Right. She was just doing all. She's a Disney princess. She's the first Black mermaid. So we know who Halle Bailey is. But people still have to decide whether they want to invest in her music. And that's not Parkwood's fault. They're doing everything.
Yeah, the people make the decisions.
That's all I have to say about that. It's just like, come on, y'all, stop, please. But I would love this. I would love Chloe and Halle to go on tour, like a joint tour as a group and as solo. I would love that. I would definitely buy a ticket if you come to DC or Baltimore. I would definitely buy a ticket if y'all went on tour together. That would eat so bad. Because Chloe is 2 albums in, Halle is 1 album in, and then they also have their music together. Right. That would be amazing. I would love to see a Chloe and Halle tour. I would love that so bad. I would love that. But Halle has some movies coming out next year, so like she's working. She's in our faces.
She's a movie star.
Yeah.
Right now.
So that's what I have to say about that. And real quick, guys, the Grammys announced the nominations real quick. I'm gonna go down real quick. So the Grammys just announced the nominations for the Recording Academy for 2026, and Record of the Year nominees is a DTMF, Bad Bunny, Man Child, Sabrina Carpenter, Anxiety, Doechii, Wildflower, Billie Eilish, Abracadabra, Lady Gaga, Luther, Kendrick Lamar featuring with SZA. So who do you think is going to win Record of the Year?
Damn, I don't know. That's tough.
They might give it to Bad Bunny. I don't know. Either Bad Bunny or
Yeah, that's tough.
Either Bad Bunny or Billie Eilish. One of the pop people. I don't think Doechii gonna get that. Right? Wildflower. I don't know how that goes. I forgot. But if somebody played it for me, I probably would know. I think this is gonna be a pop win for sure. I don't think Kendrick is gonna get this for Luther.
Might be Sabrina though.
I think they might give it to Bad Bunny. I don't know. Either him or Billie Eilish. I'm not sure. So that's up in the air with that one. Oh, my bad. And it says APT, Rose, and Bruno Mars, The Subway, Chappelle Roan. Those are the other nominees for that category. But yeah, I think it's going to either between Bad Bunny, Sabrina, or Billie Eilish for me, in my opinion. Okay. Let's see. Album of the Year nominees. Bad Bunny, Swag, Justin Bieber, Man's Best Friend, Sabrina Carpenter, Let God Sort 'Em Out, Clips, Mayhem, Lady Gaga, GNX, Kendrick Lamar, Mutt, Leon Thomas, and Chromacopia, Tyler the Creator. Who you think is going to get Album of the Year?
And that might be Kendrick or Clips.
I think they might give it to I think it's gonna be hip hop for album of the year. I think, but if they did do some wild ass shit and give it to Bad Bunny, I wouldn't be surprised. Right. But I think it's between. I think Kendrick might get that one. They might give it to Tyler because Tyler had a good year though. I don't know about this one. I wouldn't be mad if it was Kendrick. I wouldn't be mad if it was Kendrick. I definitely think that they're probably going to they might give it to Kendrick or they might give it to Bad Bunny. I don't think Justin Bieber going to get this. Yeah. I don't think Sabrina Carpenter going to get this. I don't think Lady Gaga going to get this. So I think it's between Bad Bunny, Tyler, Kendrick. Yeah, Bad Bunny, Tyler, and Kendrick in my opinion for album of the year. Okay. Song of the year. Abracadabra, Lady Gaga. Anxiety, Doechii. APT, Rose and Bruno Mars, DTMF, Bad Bunny, Golden, K-pop, Luther, Kendrick, Man Child, Sabrina, Wildflower, Billie Eilish. This is Song of the Year. I think it's between Bad Bunny. I think Bad Bunny's gonna do a sweep this year. I feel it.
You think so?
I think so. He's gonna do it. Yeah. But I think it's between Bad Bunny, Billie, and Kendrick. What you think?
Kendrick for sure. Probably Bad Bunny.
Okay.
Maybe Billie.
Best new artist. Olivia Dean, Cat's Eye, The Marias, Addison Rae, Songbird, Leon Thomas, Alex Warren, Lola Young. It's gonna be somebody white. They're not giving that to Leon. Next, let me see. Okay. Best R&B performance: Yukon, Justin Bieber. Okay. It Depends, Chris Brown and Bryson Tiller. Folded, Kehlani. Mutt, Leon Thomas, and Heart of a Woman, Summer Walker. They were mad that Mariah the Scientist didn't get Burning Blue for this category. By the way,
yeah, she should have got something in there because her show's on the radio all day.
Know.
But Kehlani and who was the other R&B? Oh, Leon, yeah, them two.
You don't think Chris Brown can get this one? It depends.
It could.
Right. They might give it to. I think it's between Kehlani, Leon, and Chris. I don't think Justin or Summer Walker gonna get this. Yeah. I would love that for Kehlani if she got Folded. That would be great. This song is really a catapult to her back into the algorithm. Oh no, for sure. That song's fire. They might give it to Leon though. I think they might give it to. I think Mutt is gonna get some shit this year.
Mutt was fire though.
They might give it to Leon.
The live joint was fire.
That's the part they nominated. The live version. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit. Okay.
Best traditional R&B performance. Here We Are, Duran Bernard, Uptown, Lala Hathaway, Love You Too, Let Us See, Cry Baby, SZA, Vibes Don't Lie, Leon Thomas. They're gonna give it to SZA. Vibes Don't Lie. In my opinion. Best R&B song: Folded, Kehlani, Heart of a Woman, Summer Walker, It Depends, Chris Brown, Overqualified, Duran Bernard, Yes It Is, Leon Thomas. I think they're gonna give it to so Leon has a few chances to win for Mutt. He's gonna he's gonna get something for Mutt for sure. Best R&B song. Oh, he's not even in this category.
Oh, he's not.
Oh no, he is for the Yes It Is song, but he's not getting that one. Okay. I think. I don't know. It's between Chris Brown, Summer Walker, and it's between Chris Brown, Summer Walker, and Kehlani, in my opinion.
Yeah, Kehlani. I think Kehlani got it though.
You think Kehlani got the best R&B song? It might. Shit.
Definitely top 3 for sure.
Okay. Do you think Chris Brown was going to win anything this year or not?
Probably, maybe that R&B song.
Yeah, something. Let me see. Okay, best R&B album: Beloved, Giveon, Why Not More, Coco Jones, The Crown, Let Us See, Escape Room, Tiana Taylor. That was a good album.
That was a good joint.
Mutt, Leon Thomas. Do you think Leon will win best R&B album for Mutt?
He might win something.
I think he might get. I think Leon might get this one. I think Leon might get best R&B album. Yeah. He might get best R&B album at the Grammys. I think so. Let's.
Yeah. If he don't get nothing else, he definitely gonna get one. He gonna get that joint at least. If he don't get nothing else.
Okay. Best. Oh, fuck! I keep jumping my shit. Hold on.
Baby, I'm
a mutt. I'm a dog. I'm a mutt. Okay. we go. Best rap performance: Outside, Cardi B; Chains and Whips clips featuring Kendrick Lamar and Pharrell Williams; Anxiety, Doechii; TV Off, Kendrick Lamar; Darling I, Tyler Creator featuring Tizo Touchdown. What do we have for best rap performance? And real quick, can you explain to me the difference between best rap performance and best rap song?
So I'm assuming video for performance, maybe.
Okay.
And yeah, the songs, just the song.
There's no video for Outside by Cardi B though.
It's not?
No. So does that mean like impact?
Gotta look that up.
Okay. Because what's the difference between when they say best song and best performance? What does that mean?
Yeah, I always thought best performance like visual.
No, they would have said best video or some shit like that. Okay, I get it. Best rap performance, like the person that the person's song. No, the person's song. So it says best rap performance. It says for a rap performance, singles or tracks only. But when it says best rap song, it says a songwriter's award. A song is eligible if it was first released or first achieved prominence during the blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so it's about the song is about the writer. The performance is about the person, about the artist.
Okay.
Gotcha. I just read. Okay. So for best rap song, Anxiety, Doechii; The Birds Don't Sing clips; Sticky, Tyler the Creator; TGIF, Glorilla; TV Off, Kendrick Lamar. Best rap song. Best rap song. This is the songwriters award. So when it comes to songwriting, I think clips should get. It's between clips. It's between clips, Tyler, and Kendrick for me when it comes to the writing of it, like the lyrics and the meaning behind everything.
Right.
I think TV Off was a good one. Sticky, he had a lot of Tyler had a lot of transitions in that song, and and The Birds Don't Sing. That whole Clips album was very intentional. Very so yeah. So it was between those three for me. Best rap album: Let God Sort 'Em Out clips; Glorious, Glorilla, her first nomination; God Does Like Ugly, JID, his first nomination; GNX, Kendrick Lamar; Chromacopia, Tyler the Creator. Best rap album for me, I think that Kendrick or Clips might get this.
Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah.
Kendrick or Clips. Yeah.
They made an impact.
Yes.
Definitely this year.
Okay. Do we care about anything else? Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. They said that Sinners is nominated for their score.
Nice. Yeah, they deserve that
cool.
one. That's fun.
Yeah, we're going into some shit that I don't give a fuck about. Okay, we're done. Yeah. So, they were mad about Mariah the Scientist not getting nominated.
She got at least a nomination.
They didn't nominate Playboi Carti. You heard me?
Yeah.
They didn't nominate Playboi Carti. They didn't nominate The Weeknd.
Oh damn.
Drake got one nom. I think he got one nom for "Give Me a Hug." I forgot what category it was in.
Unless they just ain't apply whatever for the to be in.
No, they did for the consideration. They did.
They did.
Yeah, they did. They got snubbed. Yeah.
Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah. Let me see something.
Gotcha. Cause Weeknd been going crazy. I've been hearing shit almost every day.
You said what?
I've been hearing his shit on the radio.
Who?
Weeknd.
Yeah, he got snubbed. Oh, all of them submit for the Grammys. Let me see. Oh yeah, so yeah, Drake is nominated for best melodic rap performance for "Somebody Loves Me."
Okay. So
yeah, he probably submitted that for Party Next Door because Party Next Door probably wanted to be submitted for that. So
Party been going crazy too.
Yeah, he has been going crazy. Yeah, so that's all for me on the topics. We get into music and TV after this, guys. Before we get into that, JRob, did you want to bring something else up that we missed on the Heard on the Curb?
No.
All right. Well, on to the end of the show. So for new music, JT just dropped a new song called Girls Gone Wild and the video for it, which is really nice. She's into her like alt girl vibes, very dancey, very like underground. Like I can feel at like the underground gay club, like this, I love the vibe that she's going for. I love the visual. I love that she's like taking a different lane. I hope that she just stays consistent and like really just builds her fan base. I think that she lives in New York with Uzi, so she's in like that whole New York fashion scene, that alt scene. So I just hope she builds her own fan base and like really just like just stays the course and like just have her own thing going on. Right. I like this on her though. I love this on her. I love that she's really like coming into her own. So I'd had nothing bad to say about that. Kehlani just dropped her new song Out the Window. I love it. I love that song. She's really coming back. Like she's never like, there's like waves of people, like, but like she's really like, Kehlani just got her first top 10 on Billboard.
Which is crazy.
Which is with Folded, which is great. Like, I mean, it's crazy, but it's like great. Like, oh my God, this is like, I love this for her. Right. She performed Folded on the Jimmy Fallon show, which is really nice. That was a really good performance. But I love the Out the Window song. I love the cover art for it. It was very much R&B, early 2000s R&B. I read that the person that shot the cover art for the single, they did Beyonce's Dangerously in Love album cover art, and they did other people's stuff for Mariah Carey and all, like the classic, like early 2000s like cover art. I loved it. I'm a sucker for like visuals. Summer Walker just announced her new album, and on the cover art, she's like in a wedding dress, like she's getting married to like an old man in a wheelchair. Yeah, so like she was on the Speedy interview, and she was talking about how she's no longer a lover girl, and she just wants a man to like, but she don't want to be a lover girl no more. She don't want to be with these like weird ass niggas on Woke for Love. She wants to be able to like have somebody pay her bills. She wants someone to make her life better financially. Okay, so that's what that is. Oh man, that's all the music from me. I'm still bumping Halle Bailey's album. So, yes. And for the music and show, for the TV and movies, real quick. The Michael Jackson movie trailer just released the other day.
Oh, for real?
His nephew Jafar Jackson is going to be playing him. Let me go to the cast. Hold on. The trailer was really good. So Jafar Jackson, his nephew, is going to be playing him. Coleman Domingo will be playing his father, Joe Jackson. Nia Long will be playing Katherine Jackson, his mother. Okay. Kat Graham is going to be playing Diana Ross. Lorenz Tate will be playing Berry Gordy. Okay, Derek Luke is going to be playing Johnny Cochran. Kendrick Sampson, aka Nate from Insecure, he's going to be playing a young Quincy Jones. I'm excited for it. The cast looks great. When is the new Michael movie coming out? Ooh, April of next year. Okay.
In theaters?
Yeah, in theaters. Yeah, April 24th in theaters. The budget was $155 million, so I definitely feel like they're gonna get that money back. They're gonna get that money.
Oh no, for sure.
They're gonna get that money. They're gonna get that money. Okay, and I feel like this movie is gonna really catapult these actors too. Coleman Domingo is on a really crazy one, on a really good run right now. But I think it's gonna really elevate him. And I love how Nia Long is in this as the mom, and I love that Lorenz Tate's in this, and Kendrick Sampson, he's in here as Quincy Jones. That's a perfect casting for him. Yeah, I'm really excited for it. I'm trying to figure out how am I gonna go. I'm not gonna go by myself. It's gonna be a whole event. Am I gonna go with my family, with my friends? Who am I gonna go with? It's gonna be a whole situation. They're gonna be dressed up as Michael for the movie premiere. It's gonna be a lot going on. Yes, and lastly, Reasonable Doubt, my show.
It's back on.
Yes, my favorite show. It is back on. The season 3 is almost over. It's one more episode left, and I love this show so much. Oh my gosh, like I want to know who freaking killed Wendy. I think the sister did it. I don't know, but Reasonable Doubt was renewed for a 4th season. This is such a good show. I love when black shows are like this, like keep renewing it. This is a really good show. This is a really, really, really good show. So I'm excited for that. I just love the show.
Reasonable Doubt.
That's all. I just love the show. Watch Reasonable Doubt. Streaming on Hulu now. Yeah. Anywho, that's all for me. Anything for you, JRob, before we log out?
Anything? No, not really. A few songs. Putting You Down.
Oh, Putting You Down. Putting You Down. Yeah.
That's just been in my head. So
I like that song too.
Everything else, yeah, I'm good though. Right.
Okay. Well, thank you again for listening to Heard the Podcast and watching Heard the Podcast on YouTube, HER'_D the podcast. We're on all podcast streaming platforms. Make sure you guys are on there and like the podcast, give it 5 stars, all those things. We're on YouTube. If you're watching this video, I would love for you to like, comment, subscribe, all those things, and share everything. Go on TikTok and follow us there too for all the clips and stuff. We have fun over there as well. At Heard Pod, HERDPOD on TikTok. Anywho, all right, guys. See y'all later. Bye.
Run it up.
Bye.
Run it up.
All right, turn the camera on.
Run it up. Run it.
What album? We gonna run it up. That's the Tyler album, right?
No, I just made it up.
No, that's the song on Tyler's Igor. Is it Igor? Run it. We gonna run it up. Is that Igor? Or is that Call Me If You Get Lost? One of his albums. He has a song called Run It Up.
It's the first album.
Turn it on.